Well, I'm excited that the focus of the Q1 meetings is around a view from inside an Accenture project, because that's where most of us live. And frankly, as I grew up in the firm, that's where I lived. I think if you look at a project today, it's complex, it's challenging. Nobody asks us to do the easy things. And it's important that we all find out what our role is, but also know, how what we work on connects with the rest of what we're doing. And at the end of the day, not lose sight of the outcome, which is important, and what our contribution is to that outcome.
Diamond clients play a very important part in our Accenture story. At the end of the day, they represent nearly half of the firm's revenue. The Unilever account is a great example of a Diamond client. One aspect where it's very powerful is the fact that it's truly a global relationship.
It's great to have the opportunity to talk about our work with Unilever because it's a fantastic example of Accenture at its best. Nearly every type of work we do with Unilever. Nearly every type of geography which we're present in with Unilever. In terms of every type of workforce we have, whether it be consulting or outsourcing or enterprise, they're all part of the Unilever story. So from that perspective, it's just a great cameo of what Accenture does for clients, we typically do for Unilever.
Well, the One Unilever vision is really based about how do we do things once, so we avoid cost of repetition and duplication, which sounds very simple, but for us it's quite difficult, and how to leverage our scale, which sounds easy and we find quite difficult. And I think in many ways one of the little secret sauces that we're trying to put into the mix, the recipe for success, is to use Accenture to use their global know-how to make us more successful.
Clearly, Unilever is a global company, but in fact it operates in a regional manner, and we mirror that. So we have people all around the world working in our different regions and our different GUs and our different operating units to actually help deliver the value.
Unilever had a major challenge to get a single SAP solution across Europe, and they came to Accenture recognising our ability to deliver large, complex engagements of this kind. And part of that was the outsourcing of their application support function within Europe.
So here at Unilever, in what they call Asia AMET, we're helping them enable a large transformational business program called V10-mov, which is really about unifying and creating a standard and higher performing business model for them across their variety of countries and businesses.
In Latin America, we finished a major work with Unilever a couple of years ago called Harmonia program, which is the SAP implementation in the whole region for 19 countries. After that, we started the Mozart program, which is the application development factory, and also the Excellence Center, which is the application maintenance.
Project Vital for Unilever is basically an organization that grew up through acquisition. You had two separate companies. You had a food company and a home and personal care business. We needed to bring them together so they could basically, from a sales perspective, from an operational perspective, have one way of working and one face to the customer. So the whole objective of Project Vital was to bring all that together, all the data, all the systems, and get into a seamless way of working so that when you're talking to a retailer, they just see Unilever as one company, the one Unilever that we're trying to build.
V came about because Unilever needed to establish a new HR function, one that supported the vision of One Unilever, and one which required an organisation that could work with Unilever hand in hand to deliver a new form of HR service to its employees.
So in summary, we've got people working all around the world, and I think that's one of the reasons why Unilever likes working with Accenture. They can have one Accenture around the world, one partner, but we're smart enough to be able to flex what we do for Unilever to suit what they need in their market conditions.